The Fibermax Center for Discovery is expanding. A new edition will continue their theme of heritage, education, and innovation.
In my opinion, it's going to be the heart of our facility, especially because it has the education piece. It's called AgWorks. It kind of means two things. It looks at careers in agriculture, but also just a positive message about agriculture in general. Almost 5,000 square feet of exhibits aimed at children, 4th grade and under, but good for everyone, whether it's field trips, families, multi-generations that want to come. It's going to look at everything from water, crop production, animal agriculture. So we have a vet clinic, animal barn, and throughout the whole space you'll see what we call career mentors. So maybe a child will come and be inspired by something they see, and they may be the next problem solver in our industry. It's about education, it's about preserving our past, but also keeping the conversation going between our rural audience, our producers, our farmers and ranchers, and their consumers. It's important that we all understand each other and we support each other, especially in an area like this where agriculture is still the backbone of our economy. We are getting to move a Goodman gin that's been sitting at the Tech campus since 1977, hasn't been on display to the public. It's nearly a 150-year-old cotton gin building, originally out of Tyler. And the projects just happened to come together. We'd been working on both separately, trying to fund them, and now we're putting them both in the same new wing, and that's going to be the centerpiece of this new Cotton Heritage Center. You'll actually get to walk through it, see the cotton gin, understand how cotton was gin nearly 150 years ago. Even though they see cotton all down the roadside as they drive, they don't necessarily make the connection that that's what their t-shirt's made of. Or there's a person behind that, a farmer, there's a truck driver that got it to the market, there is a ginner that helped process that cotton. There's so many different jobs and people involved in something as simple as a t-shirt, and we want them to not only understand that, but hopefully appreciate it. When cotton has a good year, everyone profits, everyone does better. When we have a bad year in ag, I think everyone can still feel the effects, and that's one way you can see how we're still so closely tied to agriculture. It goes beyond the clothes you wear every day and the foods you eat. It's tied back to the success of the ag industry on the South Plains.
Technology enhances your trip to the Fibermax Center for Discovery.
We have lots of screens, touch screens, we have games, we have 3 different holograms here in Brazil Hall alone. There's 2 sides of that. One, it gives them buttons to press and technology to interact with. But 2, we run a very small staff and a lot of volunteers, so to be able to use technology to highlight certain parts of our facility and to tell those stories really helped us from the viewpoint of a small-scale nonprofit. One of our holograms is of Gerald McCathern, who was a leader in the American Ag Movement. Some people might remember when the tractors came from this area, went all the way to DC, covered all these different states. He was the wagon master for one of those tractorcade lines out of this area and was very involved in politics. We recorded him years ago and they turned that into a hologram.
HEB sponsors a monthly family night that you're invited to.
The second Tuesday of every month we do a different activity. So one month it might be tied to corn, one month cotton. We did watermelon slime because it was National Watermelon Month in August, and we had 400 people show up. It's always a STEM related or craft activity. We have snacks and free tours of the museum. We want to be a resource for our community, for our educators, for our teachers, for our parents. We want this to be a place that they come and have a great experience and they all walk away learning a little bit more about agriculture. It's not just telling the story and educating the public, it honors the ones that came before us.